More reports are coming in about how Taylor Swift feels about those Blake Lively texts as her wedding date approaches. Also, why didn't
Taylor Swift's perfect world just imploded, and Blake Lively is the one holding the match. The wedding? Oh, it's happening. But what's going on behind those closed doors? Absolute carnage. Buckle up, because this gets messy. So here's what they want you to believe. Page 6 rolls out this cute little story. Taylor's fine, totally unbothered, planning her dream wedding to Travis Kelce, sipping champagne, living her best life. The Blake Lively legal dumpster fire doesn't concern her, doesn't involve her. Wait, pause. Doesn't involve her? Girl, those text messages didn't just mention you, they exposed you. Blake literally bragged about Taylor being one of her dragons. Not just a friend, a dragon. Fierce, loyal, unbreakable. That's the level of intimacy we're talking about here. And now, radio silence. The bond that Blake herself hyped up as unshakable, shattered into a million pieces. And Taylor's out here acting like it's no big deal. But let me tell you what's really going on, because this isn't just about hurt feelings. This is about control, and Taylor is losing it. Let's rewind for a second. Remember when Taylor dropped her last album? Super fast, almost rushed, barely any promotion, a couple singles here and there, then nothing. For an artist who usually milks every album cycle for months, that's weird, really weird. And here's where people start connecting dots. Some fans are convinced Taylor knew. She knew Blake's legal mess was about to blow up. She knew those text messages could surface, so she got her album out early, got the songs about her life, her pre-Blake drama life, out into the world, then dipped, disappeared before the storm hit. Honestly, that timing is way too suspicious to ignore. It's like she was covering her tracks, setting up her narrative before Blake could destroy it. Smart? Absolutely. Cold-blooded? Also yes. And now, the wedding. Oh, the wedding. This isn't just a ceremony. This is a fortress. Dates locked in, vendors secured, NDAs so tight people are probably signing them in blood. Phones monitored, no exceptions. Security described as military-level precision. Taylor doesn't want surprises, and after what Blake just pulled, can you even blame her? Every single person at that wedding is a potential leak. Every phone is a potential scandal. She's not taking chances, not anymore. But here's the part that keeps me up at night. Taylor keeps insisting this doesn't involve her. She's not worried, she's moving on. Except, sources close to the situation, they're singing a very different tune. They say Taylor's terrified, not of the wedding falling apart, but of being dragged into court. Because even though her team thinks she won't be subpoenaed, she could be. One decision, one legal maneuver, and suddenly Taylor Swift is sitting in a courtroom, under oath, being asked about those text messages, about her friendship with Blake, about what she knew and when she knew it. Imagine that, the biggest pop star on the planet, forced to testify in a messy Hollywood lawsuit, weeks, maybe days before her wedding. The optics alone would be catastrophic. And you can feel that anxiety radiating off every carefully worded statement her team puts out. She's not concerned. It doesn't involve her. That's not confidence. That's damage control. But wait, because it gets so much juicier. Blake didn't just come for Taylor. She tried to drag Ben Affleck into his circus too. And Ben? He said absolutely nothing. Didn't respond, didn't engage, completely ghosted her. Now, why would he do that? Let me paint you a picture. The town. Ben Affleck is directing, Blake Lively lands a role, and Ben, he was obsessed with her talent, publicly gushing about her performance, raving about her Boston accent, calling her a star in the making. He acted like he'd discovered the next Meryl Streep. But here's the messy part. At the time, Ben was married to Jennifer Garner. Blake was dating her Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley. But the rumors, oh, the rumors were vicious. Whispers of an affair, whispers of something inappropriate, nothing confirmed, nothing denied, just whispers. And now, over a decade later, Ben won't even acknowledge Blake exists. That's a pretty dramatic shift, don't you think? From glowing praise to total silence? So what changed? According to insiders, it's Jennifer Garner. After years of rebuilding their co-parenting relationship, after finally getting to a good place, the last thing Ben wants is to be publicly linked to Blake again. Because if he responds, if he engages even a little bit, it'll dredge up all those old rumors, all those painful memories, for Jen, for their kids, and Ben's not doing that. He's protecting his family, even if it means completely icing out someone he once championed. That tells you everything you need to know. But it gets worse for Blake, way worse. Let's talk about 2011. The phone hack heard round Hollywood. Blake's private photos, very private photos, leaked online. Intimate, compromising, brutal. Her team immediately went into crisis mode, denied everything, called the images fake, 100% fabricated, they said. And then the hackers struck again, released 17 more photos, with Blake's distinctive tattoos visible, her cell phone in the background, identifiable details that made denial impossible. It was devastating, a complete violation of privacy, and it's permanently part of Blake's public record. Even Reese Witherspoon threw shade. At the 2011 MTV Movie Awards, she made a comment about women who take certain kinds of photos. Everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. Years later, Jennifer Garner referenced a very public, very hard moment in her life. During a conversation with Reese, fans immediately connected the dots, straight back to Blake's scandal. So yeah, Ben wants nothing to do with Blake's current drama, because her past, it's messy, and he's finally in a good place. Why would he risk that for someone who keeps dragging people into chaos? And that's the pattern, isn't it? Blake's pulling everyone down with her. Taylor, Ben, anyone who was ever in her orbit. But here's the thing, it's backfiring spectacularly. People are watching. They're seeing the desperation, the manipulation, the way she's weaponizing old friendships for her own benefit. And they're turning on her. The speaker in the original report didn't mince words, called Blake's behavior gross, driven by ego and desperation, and honestly, hard to disagree. Because when your own former best friend won't defend you, when the guy who once sang your praises won't even return a text, that says something. Meanwhile, Taylor's building her fortress. This wedding isn't just a celebration. It's a statement, a message to Blake and everyone watching. You can't touch me. You can't stop this. The guest list alone is insane. Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, chart-topping musicians, Hollywood royalty, the most powerful names in the NFL. One source literally laughed and said, "There's never been anything like it." This isn't a wedding. This is a power move. Pop music meets professional football meets Hollywood elite, a strategic alliance designed to project strength, unity, invincibility. But underneath all that, underneath the NDAs and the military-grade security, there's fear. Fear that Blake's mess will infect everything. Fear that one leaked photo, one subpoena, one wrong move, and the whole carefully constructed image comes crashing down. Because here's the brutal truth. Taylor can control the guest list. She can monitor the phones. She can lock down every detail. But she can't control the narrative once it's out. And Blake's already proven she's willing to blow everything up. So as Taylor walks down that aisle, surrounded by A-listers and armed security, the ghost of Blake Lively will be right there with her. A reminder that loyalty in Hollywood, it's conditional. Friendships can be weaponized, and trust, it's the most fragile thing in the world. So the question isn't whether Taylor will testify. The question is how this betrayal reshapes her, how it changes the way she sees friendship, loyalty, trust. Because once that bond breaks, it doesn't just heal, it scars. And those scars, they last forever. So what happens when the wedding's over? When the cameras stop flashing, when the security leaves and the NDAs expire? What's left when the glitter fades? That's what we're all waiting to see.